Yeah, briefly just explain about you, your education, work experience, etc.
Yeah, my name is. I have 11 plus years of experience, including 5 plus years of experience in Oracle Apps, CBS, and Fusion consultant. So I have worked in implementation projects for GL, AP, AR, FA, cash management modules.
Okay.
Currently, I'm working in Genpact as a support consultant.
So in Genpact, it's a permanent position or contract position.
As a contract position.
Okay. So tell me the phases of implementations you have come across.
Yeah,
So
we have pages like the first page we have to gather the requirements from the client.
your
Then
voice is a bit low. Just speak bit loudly.
yeah, requirement gathering is the first stage uh, in any implementation. Then
So after requirement gathering, it is implementation.
no,
Then
after requirement gathering we have to document all the requirements. Then we have to start the setups.
what kind of documents you have to prepare?
Uh, a requirement document and then solution design documents we have to prepare.
Yeah, in requirement documents, yeah, are you preparing as is document and to be documents?
Yes, as is document and to be met with solution. What the solution we can provide for the requirement that is to be documented.
Okay. And what, how you are mapping the business requirement with Oracle functionality? How you are capturing the gap? Tell me. Give me some examples like where you find some gap in business requirement which you cannot map to your Oracle standard functionality. Any example you can provide?
Yeah, if for finding any gap, that means if there is no scheduled solution in the Oracle, so we have to customize my solution for the client.
Any recent
Means
customization you did?
yes, there is
For,
a customization we have gone through, like mm, purchasing.
yeah.
We had a client's requirement that they need the purchase after purchase requisition is approved, then the need to again that purchase requisition have to go to the
Okay.
inventory personnel to be saved, and then it has to be passed to the purchasing department. So
Now,
it's not a normal practice.
the purchase, when it is approved, it will go to inventory.
Yeah, the requirement was it has to be go to inventory, but in Oracle after approval it is to be go to purchasing department directly.
Okay.
So we did a customization for that.
So in GL, can you tell me about revaluation? What is, do you aware about revaluation process, correct?
Yeah.
Just bit speak loudly because I'm not able to hear you properly. What is revaluation?
Yeah, revaluation changes in the conversion rates
Okay.
between our it's between the date of journal entry you have passed and the date of received the foreign currency amount of it.
Yeah, yeah. Variance in exchange rate.
Yeah.
So they are capturing either there is a specific date, maybe on the
You
end of
can
the period.
find the unrealized gain or loss account.
Yeah,
So
that is
you can have the
exchange.
revalue.
Yeah, revalue the balances, foreign currency balance.
Foreign currency.
Right. Okay. What is, for example, I have a company in India, and the functional currency ledger is INR, but I have one office in USA, and my USA management wants the reporting all these Indian transactions in their local currency. Is it possible in Oracle in USD currency?
Yes, it can be possible through reporting currency. We have to prepare separate ledger,
Yeah.
reporting currency ledger, so that we can capture that foreign
How
currency transaction.
to do the setups? How it will be linked? How the reporting currency ledger works actually? Just tell me.
Uh, Reporting currency, the main purpose for reporting currency is to
Yeah.
report and maintain
Yeah.
accounting in more than one functional currency.
Right. That's fine. So how it will work in Oracle? It will work like you have to link that reporting currency to the primary ledger, right? So when you
Yes,
create primary ledger journal, automatically it will create entry.
automatically another
Entry
functional
will be
currency
created in
will
reporting
the
currency.
reporting currency. Yes.
Yeah. And what is translation?
Translation.
You know, there is a functionality called translation in Oracle GL, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
What is this actually?
Translation. Translation in Oracle is to to convert the balances of uh, functional
Convert,
currency to a foreign currency.
hello? Functional currency,
To a foreign currency.
functional currency to a foreign currency. Now foreign
Balances.
currency balance into our functional currency. Foreign currency balance into functional currency.
Or
So,
functional currency balance to foreign currency.
and then what is the difference between reporting currency, reporting ledger process and translation? Translation is also transporting, converting the balance into another currency. Reporting currency ledger also doing the same thing. Is there any
Yeah.
difference?
Actually, in reporting currency,
Yeah,
it will convert the balances in journal entry level.
right.
But
But
in
in translation,
translation, in the balance
balance level,
ledger
correct.
balance level.
Right. And you are running the revaluation. What kind of common error you will get in revaluation process? What is the most frequent error you will get?
In the revaluation process,
Yeah. In revaluation currency, the most frequent issue is exchange rate, missing exchange rate. You are because when a company running across globe, there are a lot of currencies they are dealing with, and sometimes if the particular date or for the period the exchange rate is not available, or the suppose from USD to UR or USD to in INR for that particular date range, if it is not available, then revaluation will fail. That is the most frequent error. And we will get another error if for that currency you don't have any transactions in foreign currency, or if you are using the hierarchy. Okay, you can use the account range as a hierarchy. Parent value you can give, and within that parent value, whatever accounts are available, it will try to revalue. If it is not there, the child value is not there, then it will not revalue. Okay, now I'll go to FE. Uh, what is the process of running a payment process request, and what are the setup required? Hello?
yeah.
Yeah, tell me. What are the setup, important setup or key setups in AP payment to create a payment batch through payment process request? Any idea?
Yeah, actually, in the batch payment, which was commonly known in 11i, here in R12 it is payment process request. Uh, for
Forget
payment process
forget
request,
about R11. I don't want to, because
okay.
you are working in Fusion, and I'm asking you either you can tell me in Fusion and R12. Just tell me the setups first.
So the main setups we need for a payment process request are so we need to make a payment process profile first.
Okay.
Then
Then you don't need bank setup.
yeah, bank setup we need first.
Bank setup, bank account setup, bank branch setups, and in bank account you you have to provide all the accounts detail, cash account, cash clearing account, bank error account, and you have to provide access, grant access to legal entity and business unit. Then you have to create your payment process profile where you have to exact detail you have to provide for which business unit currency you are dealing, and whether you are using some payment system with this payment process that you can attach to payment process profile. And what is payment format? You know?
Payment format.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a standard format or any custom format you can use. Standard format is
Now, what is this?
base format.
How it will be useful in payment process?
Payment format is useful in the payment process to print the payment instruction.
Right. So Oracle has provided seeded payment format.
Yeah.
Right. Suppose from country specific requirement we need to customize. How we can do this?
We have to take the instruments from the banks and
From, yeah.
have to take the measurements of those instruments and make a format
Where?
in the payment process profile.
No. Payment template already provided. We have to create a payment template and we have to attach this to payment format, whether it is seeded or custom. The payment
Payment
format,
template.
yeah, payment template we have to attach. Payment format template. You can visit that setup, payment format template, and for each payment template, whether like for content specific templates are available. If you want to replace with something new and customized, you have to customize that payment template. This is XML based template. That is who are people, technical people who are working. So they can take that seeded template and they can customize according to business requirement and attach to that payment format, this payment template. They can attach. So in that way, you can use the custom payment format. And that format you can link to payment process profile. You can check that setup. Okay. So what are the kind of issues you will get in AP? You have done some support projects, correct?
Yes.
Let me know what kind of issues you will get. Basically, in payment, you will get payment if the bank SWIFT code is not available or it is wrong, or if you are doing some EFT payment or check payment, whatever. If something related to bank setup is bank account setup is wrong, you will get payment error. You will get error if the bank account you are doing the payment, international payment you want to do, but this bank account is not enabled for multiple currency payment, then you will get issue. And invoice also you will get issue. Hold issue you will get when you are matching the invoices with PO. So if it is more or less and higher than tolerance limit, you will get tolerance hold. Okay, if invoice you are matching with PO, receipt is not created with PO, and you are matching the three-way matching you are doing. So you will get quantity received hold, and you are calculating tax and that tax tolerance limit. It is set as something 0 or 0.01, and it is the difference is higher than that. You will get tax tolerance hold. Okay. And in payment transmission, if you are transmitting the payment file to bank through EFT payment, if some attributes are missing, the transmission will not happen. Now, where we need to define the validation, user-defined validation for payment file transmission. Do you know? Hello?
Hmm.
In payment process
In,
profile, you can do that. Some of the validation you can shed. Okay. And can you tell me the stages of payment batch when you are doing the payment process request? What are the different stages of processing the payment? First, initiate the payment. Initiate the payment means selecting the eligible supplier invoices into a batch. How it will be selected depends upon certain criteria. Like you are choosing some pay group, okay, or date range you are giving. Pay group means you can define the check pay group or electronic pay group. Certain supplier they will be paid through check, some are with electronic payment. So accordingly, when you are selecting the pay group and create a batch, and you will select the payment template. While you are creating a payment process request, you have to select a template. And under the template attributes, bank payment attributes will automatically populated. And on the basis of that, if you run that request, certain invoices will be selected for payment. That is the initiation stage. After that, you can review or build the payment. Okay. So once you initiate, you can review the payment, like how many invoices has been selected. There are suppose 100 invoices selected in a batch. You don't want to pay all of them. You can remove. You can remove 50 of them or 60 of them. And then you have to build the payment. After building the payment, the next step is formatting the payment.
format payments.
And
After that, confirmation payment.
confirmation. After formatting, you cannot change anything.
Okay.
Then the confirm once it is confirmed, the balance will be updated in supplier. Okay, just check all these setups and invoices, holds, three-way match, four-way match, and this related issue will get accordingly. And what is prepayment? And give me some like accounting entries for prepayment.
Yeah,
Complete.
prepayment means advance payment to customers.
Mhm.
So
What is the entry once you create a prepayment?
when in the process of prepayment, we have to first make a invoice, prepayment invoice. Then against that, we have to make the payment. Okay.
Hmm?
Against that
Now, what is the
prepayment,
accounting entry? Tell me. Once you create a prepayment, what
yeah,
is the accounting entry?
yeah. First, when we will make the prepayment invoice, it's prepaid expenses will be debited
Yeah.
to our liability account,
Yeah.
and when we make the payment
Uh-huh.
to against that invoice, then
Uh,
liability account will be debited to bank account.
okay.
And in the next step, when invoice, that means expense invoice will be erased. Then expense account debited and liability account would be credited. And in the last step, when we will adjust that prepayment against this standard invoice, the liability account will be debited and prepaid account will be credited.
Okay. What are the entries you'll in P2P flow? What are the accounting entries?
Yeah, in the procure to pay, when it starts from inventory, that means so when you create the receipts, or we receive the inventory in the we receive the goods in the inventory, the entry will be inventory account or receiving inventory account debited to AP accrual account.
Okay.
When that inventory will that item will be transferred to the inventory, the material account will be debited and receiving inventory account will be credited. Then in the next step, when we will prepare the invoice, then inventory AP accrual account will be debited and liability account will be. And at the time of making payment, accounts payable account debited to cash clearing, and after reconciliation, cash clearing account debited to cash account. These are the main entries.
Okay. In cash management, what kind of reconciliation you have done? It is manual or automatic? Do you have any idea about automatic reconciliation?
Yeah, actually, we have electronic files collected from the bank. The format supported by Oracle is Swift 940, and we are using Swift 940 formats, file formats. So it is being provided by bank itself. So we'll have to map it to the bin folder of our cash management module.
What are the setups required for auto reconciliation?
For auto reconciliation, we need setups like we have to prepare the codes.
Which code? How the entries or the statement lines will be identified in Oracle?
The statement lines will be identified by specific codes.
Transaction codes.
Transaction code.
Yeah, so that you have to define, correct?
Yeah.
And
In the,
what? Tell me.
In the interface line itself. Bank statement.
What are the other important setups needed? How it will impact, like for auto reconciliation? For auto reconciliation, like you have to do the tolerance setups, amount match, date match. Okay, because you'll get the payment, real-time payment you made on 25th of January. Statement is coming after 10 days or after 1 month. So you have to identify, and suppose amount is 250 and it is in the statement it is 250.1. This kind of tolerance you have to set up. Matching tolerance, amount tolerance, date tolerance, so that if it will within that tolerance, then it will match and reconcile that payment. Otherwise, if it is not, it is above that tolerance limit, then it will not match. You have to manually do something for that. And so that you can see in the bank account control setup, there are certain setups and rules, reconciliation rule sets you are assigning. That is used for like reconciliation, auto reconciliation, matching rule sets, and reconciliation, auto reconciliation rule set, tolerance rule set, parsing rule set. Parsing rule set means you have to, the bank statement lines, you have to convert into source lines, target. Parsing rule set you have to create. Like in bank statement, there are some additional information you will get, but how it will be converted to particular specific field, it will be mapped to in Oracle. That rule, parsing rule, it will identify that. Because in bank statement, the currency, the format will be different, amount and currency date, it can be different. But you have to create that rule so that that specific date will be properly identified and placed into the target, like in Oracle. That is parsing rule set. Parse that field and you will come to Oracle. You can check this rule set actually. And okay. And suppose a tolerance will set you are creating any foreign currency transactions. It is because it will convert to different currency, different amount, INR to USD. Suppose you are getting some statement. So that tolerance will tell you whether it will match or not. So all these issues you can elaborate in setup issue, like support issue you are getting. Okay. So now you can check the AP, GL and AP and period close process. I'll just tomorrow I'll take for air and fix asset. Today I'll concentrate some more questions related to period close. So what are how you are doing the period close in AP? What are the important reports you can refer for period close? Any idea? Hello?
Yeah, to reconcile accounts payable with general ledger, we have to run trial balance report in accounts payable, which will give us the outstanding balance of suppliers. So again, we have to run account analysis report for liability account, that means payables account. So we have to compare the balance.
Basically, two reports are important.
Yeah, trial balance report in AP.
Not sub-ledger APTB, accounts payable trial balance, not trial balance.
Payables trial balance.
Accounts payable APTB, it is called in short. Accounts payable trial balance report. And
account analysis report in GL for natural account.
Yeah. And what is the other important report? In AP, invoice aging report.
Invoice aging report.
So invoice aging report you can match with the accounts payable trial balance report. So amount should be exactly same. That is the best way.
Report, trial balance. Okay.
Accounts payable trial balance and invoice aging report, it should match. Sometimes because of date range mismatch, it will give you incorrect data, but that you have to check. So specific date range, you have to extract the report and check if the figure is coming same or not. Because accounts payable trial balance also giving the outstanding, and that aging
Aging
also
report also giving the
same
outstanding
thing.
balance.
So these two report you can refer for internal AP reconciliation, and then you can do the account analysis report for GL to subledger reconciliation AP. And for period close, suppose I am getting some issue during period close. What report you can run to get all these issue details? And what are the important reports you need to run before closing the period? Checklist, actually important checklist you can tell. So you need to check whether all the invoices are validated or not, invoices are paid or not, invoices if there are some pending batches, payment batches. If there are pending payment batch without completion, then period will not close. Either we have to cancel this batch or complete this batch. Second thing, all the entries should be accounted. If it's some unaccounted transactions, period will not close.
That on the import journal import program.
No, there is some report, exception report, period close exception report you have to run. It will show all the exception. Okay. So period close exception, it will list out all the exception if invoice are not validated, not accounted. And accounting also you can see only the specific issue related to accounting error. But exception report, it will give you overall details of all the exceptions. Suppose you are not able to resolve the issue in AP, period close, for month of July. What is the next thing you can do? Most appropriate thing to close the period? You can sweep the transactions. There is a during the period close. If you are not able to resolve the issue, you can sweep the entries or sweep the transactions to next period. So unaccounted sweep you can run. That you can check.
Unaccounted?
Transaction sweep program. So sweep program, it will sweep this transaction to next period, to August. So that July period can be closed. Okay. So period close, you have to focus, and all these payment things is very important. And GL period close, AP period close, reconciliation, important reports that you can focus. Okay. We'll discuss AR and auto invoices, fixed asset issue tomorrow. Now you can focus on all these things. Okay. Bye.